Why do moms hate their daughters?
I don't talk to you because I don't feel loved and supported as your child.
This subject might be a little triggering for some of you all.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming, it's just money.
Why do moms hate their daughters? I feel like moms feel a way towards their daughters, and that is why girls need their fathers. I don't know if it's just in the black community, but I really need the answers. Like, does anybody else have a story to tell? Like, have y'all ever experienced that or felt that way? I really need to know. Why do moms hate their daughters? Why do moms hate their daughters?
I suspect my biological mother hates me because she didn't want me. She wanted to abort and was pressured by her religious family to keep me. This wasn't a teen pregnancy situation or an outside of marriage situation. She was already married to my dad for a couple of years. She just never wanted to have children. And she made it no secret that I was the reason that she couldn't finish school, and I was the reason that she was always strapped for money after she left my dad, and I was the reason that no guy ever wanted to date her. Well, me and my brother. I had a brother at that point. That's my theory.
This subject might be a little triggering for some of you all. Something that I will never understand is jealousy coming from the mother. You taught your daughter how to take care of herself. You groomed her for marriage. You taught her how to cook. You taught her what to wear, what not to wear when you walk out of the house. I mean, you fully groomed her. Now that she's a teen and her features are coming in, or she may be an adult, why is it that you see her as your competition? I know some people who have personally been through some shit with their mothers that is so disgusting. Women have caught their perverted boyfriends staring at their daughters. You're not going to put him out. You'll put her out. There are people who mother is in such competition with them that they've slept with their boyfriends. Yeah. People talk about daddy issues, but mommy issues is a real thing. It's a real thing. And the reason why this subject is not touched on a lot is because it's so common to talk about daddy issues, because for some households, daddy wasn't there, or whatever the case, whatever may be. But you know, mommy took care of us, so we can't talk about certain things. There are some mothers out there who are highly loony. One minute you don't know if your daughter is your daughter, or one minute you don't even know if you want to be like them hating ass hoes on her job. It's pathetic. It's very pathetic. How the hell you groom your child and become a hater later on in life? You groomed her for marriage. She brought the love of her life over to your house. You catch your attitudes with him. He just met you. All because you're insecure as hell and you feel like don't nobody want your ass. And some women go through hell on their jobs. Some girls go through hell at school dealing with other women. And then this baby got to turn around and come back home to your insecure ass. Damn. This baby just got off work dealing with BS on her job with women. Then turn around, she getting a phone call. You talking about her like a junkyard dog, making up lies about her like this is not your child. This is the part that really gets me about mothers who are like this. You treat her like shit. You'll talk about her like a junkyard dog. You will start attacking her beauty. You'll bully her, all this and this and that. But then turn around you want her to take care of you when you get older? No, and let me tell you something. I feel like certain things can be worked out and some shit cannot be worked out. Because when it comes to jealousy, a lot of times people cannot help the way they feel. And so when your baby cuts you off, and when it's time to have family functions and they asking where she at, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. You been sitting up there making up lies about her. You been a hating asshole. You been doing all this shit. Tell these people the truth. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you gotta walk away from a situation to get your mind right, do you? Some of y'all done cut y'all's off because of the disruption that was going on with you mentally and physically with the situation. Sis, may you continue to heal. May you continue to go to therapy. I'm wishing the best for you all, period. And feel free, if you're Black, Hispanic, white, and you've been through this, come in below. Native American, come in below. Come in below.
I don't talk to you because I don't feel loved and supported as your child. And you should hear me and try to address that and not make me feel even worse for having feelings as a person. This has been years in the making. It has nothing to do with Andre. I will never be perfect in your eyes. There's nothing I can do. And I'm tired of feeling like I can't be a human being.
Parents, it's so important to hear your children on a emotional level. If you cannot hear your child and they are directly expressing themselves to you and going into full-blown detail of how you hurt them and how it made them feel, and you cannot empathize with them or relate to them, or being stubborn about it and acting as though you don't understand what they're saying because it hurts your ego, then you have a problem. And I believe that you probably need to go figure out what your traumas was and what type of generational curses that you're still living in and passing on, and figure out a way to heal that shit. Because all you're doing is creating a toxic environment for your adult child, which is going to ultimately lead to them despising you, not want to be around you, keeping their kids from you, not liking you, staying away from you, ghosting you, all of that stuff, because you don't want to validate and address their feelings. Mental health is so important. Yes, it's more important than all that work and time you put in to raise them. Yes, it's so much important than all them Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and birthdays and everything else that you did that you would consider doing your best. It's so much more important than that, because now they're grown. Now they're at a point in life where they do not need you to take care of them. And now it's more important to have good mental health. It's more important to have, peace, things like that. So parents, it's very toxic to not be able to hear your child and address their issues that they have with you and how you made them feel. Get out of your ego. Allow your child to express themselves and hear them. If you want to be a part of their lives and your grandkids' lives and so on and so forth, address their feelings. It's so important. And if you don't know how to address their feelings, and if you don't know how to hear them, go seek help. Figure out a new way to deal with your child. Now they're at a point where they don't need you. So now, they still need you, but you're not available because you thought all you had to do was raise your kid and get them out the house. Wrong. That was the wrong mentality to have. So go heal that shit. Fix that shit with your child. Okay? It's so important. Yes, they do need you as an adult, just not the way that they needed you as a child, because they're grown. They can take care of themselves. Okay? Peace, love, and light. Love you.
What's so sad is that a lot of mothers are so jealous of their daughters. I don't know if it's because they're in their prime, but the real problem is that
No one holds these mothers accountable.
A mother fucks up her daughter's life.
Y'all gotta go watch that video. Oh my God. She's talking about mothers who are jealous of their daughters. Wow. These kind of mothers are dangerous to your existence. Whenever you try to separate yourself from them, they make up all kind of shit. They'll say they dying. They'll act like you the worst child that was ever born. They try to live vicariously through you. Nothing you do is ever good enough for these hoes. When I tell you, sometimes your worst enemy can be the person who gave birth to you. Boy, that's some dangerous shit. And a lot of us, we push that shit on the back burner and act like it doesn't exist. But you need to pay attention to your childhood up until right now. See, you weren't responsible for your childhood, but for right now, accountability must be taking place right now. And understand that some of y'all life is the way it is because your mother intentionally fucked it up. She did it on purpose. Because if she didn't get a chance to do some of the things that you're doing now, oh, she definitely can't stand your ass because you got a way to get out. And she couldn't get out. So when they feel trapped, they use your ass as a pawn on the chessboard to keep you sedated like they always have been. Y'all better wake up your mammy.
Why I studied psychology, because I wanted to find out what was wrong with my mother. It was my only passion in life at the time. I wanted to know what would make a person look their own child in the face and say, you are not mine, I never had you. And was confident, like in her eyes. Yeah. She meant that.
I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I secretly would rather see you struggle than do well for yourself. The more you struggle, the more you have to rely on me, which means I get to control you. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I had children to cater to my ego. The purpose of having kids is to teach blind obedience to me, not for them to be their own people. I'm their ruler. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, you have to earn my love. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I've been emotionally unavailable your whole life. I didn't become a mom to meet your needs. I became a mom for you to meet mine. I'm a narcissistic mother. I can only love you for who I want you to be, not for who you are. As long as you do as I say, stick beside me in my toxic behavior and participate in the fantasy I've created in my head, you have nothing to worry about, my love. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I'd rather impress strangers and give the idea of a perfect family instead of actually having a healthy family dynamic. I don't really care about having a healthy family dynamic. As long as I get to post and keep up my false image, I'm fine. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I play my children against each other and make them compete for my attention. I can never let them have a close relationship and leave me out the middle, never. I'm a narcissistic mother. Of course, I'm going to be a seemingly loving grandmother, but only to one grandkid. I have to use the same manipulative tactics I used on my kids when they were younger. How else am I going to get them to compete for my love? I'm a narcissistic mother. I'll never apologize for the way I treated you, but I'll blame you for the way that you reacted.
Ladies, a lot of y'all have to look at your mother's upbringing in regards to you, and you have to understand that a lot of y'all mothers sabotage y'all. You understand? She sabotaged y'all because she didn't have love in her life. She had misery in her life. She didn't get to fulfill her dreams in her life because you came along. What you don't know is she holds that against you. Not only did you come along and ruin her dreams in her life, but you are the reason she stuck to that man that she got pregnant by, that she holds resentment for. You understand? Oh, and not only that, if y'all haven't heard this before, you ruined her body. She had a very, very nice body before you came along. So now you're here in the world and you have this mother and you think she's so loving and blah, blah, blah. But as time goes on, as you start to get to your teens, you start to realize that you don't know shit about men. You have no real wife skills at all. You start to realize you have no real knowledge. There's been no man in your life because, you know, your mom made sure there was no man there. So basically, she put you in a position where you could fail. And a lot of mothers do this to their daughters because they're envious and they're jealous. And if you think about it, it's the mind state where it is, oh, I wasn't able to achieve this, and so I'm not gonna put in the effort or the work to make sure you can either. Because if I didn't deserve it, what makes you think you deserve it? Now, pay attention. If your mother values you as a beautiful woman and a daughter, regardless of her situation with men, what she's gonna do is she's gonna put the necessary knowledge in you so that you can be a wife, so that a man is gonna look at you as a wife. But what y'all notice is, what do women do, or mothers do, when they have bitter energy towards your father, is they set you up to be a man-eater and send you out into the world to be independent. And they don't send you out into the world to be nurturing or to ever be able to attract a man. And so that's why I'm telling y'all, you have to open your eyes. Because a lot of times they sabotage y'all, even with the boyfriends. Like, they're jealous of your beauty. Why do you think they'll have the boyfriends or the men come over and they'll touch you? These men will touch you. You go tell a mom, and your mom will be like, well, what are you wearing? So why are you doing all this in front of that man? Or this, that. They'll actually treat you like you did something wrong when it's the man they brought in the house. Meanwhile, you thinking, oh, she might protect me, when, nah. She was touched when she was little. And she has this scorn thing, and she's not going to let you just be all nice and pure and untouched. Nah, she's going to let you get that work too, because she resents you.
Why do moms hate their daughters?
Maybe because they were never in love with motherhood. They were in love with the idea of love and marriage and relationships. And when a man sold them a dream and then turn around and disappoint her, and she realizes now she's left with the majority of the responsibility of a child, and now she sees that this child has her whole life ahead of her, her youth and her beauty and the chance to do things differently, they start to envy her.
Every time I see a story about a mother hating their daughter, I think about Tokyo Toni and Black China, because it's giving, I didn't have enough time to do these things in life that I want to do, so now my daughter's doing them, so I hate her for the fact that she has the beauty that I never had, or the opportunity in life that I wanted but I never had, and I'm going to do my very best to sabotage her in order to make myself look good in the public eye, basically. And recently, after I watched a video of her interviewing the game, and the fact that she knowingly knew that her daughter had relations with that same particular guy, she basically was throwing herself at this man, making it seem as if she wanted this man, knowing that her daughter, Black China, was already with this guy. And not only him, but there's another guy that she was actually dating, a young black man with braids in his hair. I don't remember his name, so don't quote me on that. But she knew that Black China was messing with this man, and this actual man had to tell him that, Black China, your own daughter does not hate you. She does not want bad for you. She actually loves you, and she wants to see you do better in life. This man, who is no longer dating her daughter, Black China, the only daughter that she has, who she's basically in the public eye, tried to bash her daughter, try to make her daughter look in the worst light ever. Notice how when Black China is doing all these crazy things on social media, she's here publicizing everything, trying to basically, you know, make her look bad. But as soon as she turned her life around and became like a Christian, because we don't know whether or not it's true, she decided to be a Christian, or a follower of Christ rather. She basically never said anything good about her daughter. She never said how proud she is of her daughter for changing her life around, how proud of a mom she is of her daughter for, you know, raising those children to be great kids, honestly. Because Dream, she's beautiful, she's respectable, she's beautiful, and I don't know the boy's name. I don't remember his name, but I know, like, every time I see them, they look so well behaved. But to me, it's always like this one negative energy that's on her shoulder, which is her mother, Tokyo Toni, who is always bashing her for even doing the best things in her life, for turning her life around, for leaving the strip club and turning her life around and getting to the position that she's in. Her mother never praises her. It's always giving that I hate my daughter and I want to be what she is right now. I think Black China and her mother basically follow the same footstep. Her mom used to be in the strip club, and she now, you know, at her age, she's not doing interviews, and she'd be so happy to get interviews where she can bash her daughter versus trying to uplift her daughter. So it always gives that to me every time I see an interview or something about Black China and Tokyo Toni. It's always something bad where she's talking so bad about her own daughter. I mean, it gets so bad. Actually, at this point, it's really embarrassing to see. But this is the thing, this is what I always think about. Every time I see like a toxic mom, a toxic relationship between mom, I think for one, Black China and Tokyo Toni, and also Kenya Moore from not Love and Hip Hop, but Real Housewife of Atlanta. I think of her because can you imagine how much pain this lady went to Kenya Moore just to have the love of her own mother, and she had to basically have her own child, Brooklyn, to give that love to, because that's the love she craved from her own mom. But she never got that. And not only did she not get that, her mom basically told her she never wanted her. That's what I always got. She never wanted to, even after she became famous, she never even showed her face up in the you know, public to basically say, you know, why she never wanted her daughter. But Tokyo Toni, as she's like one of the worst example of like a narcissistic mom who will do any and everything to bring their child down to make themselves feel better. And I hate that for Black China, because I cannot even imagine to have a mother like her mom who is always trying to make her look bad and try to cuss her out and, you know, make her feel as if she's like the worst person in the world, the most lowest person in the entire world, because of the choices that she make. But who helped her to make those choices? You started off in the strip club. Don't get me wrong, you do what you have to do, but imagine your daughter trying to do something better for herself, and you, as the person who's supposed to love her the most, is her biggest critic, the one who's bashing her 24/7. I cannot imagine being a daughter of someone who created me to always get those kind of backlash from my own mom and national television, or even when you try to do good to try to make your mom proud, because you can tell how hard she's trying to make her mom proud, and even then her mom still don't see it. Her mom, Tokyo Toni, still don't see it. Don't get me wrong, Tokyo Toni is a very, very smart lady, so she knows exactly what she's doing. She's not crazy. She knows exactly what she's doing, because I've watched videos, I've watched interviews of her, and she conducts herself well. But whenever she's not in interviews, she's like somewhere in like the ghetto, you know, washing her butt in a sink, video recording this. Who does that? A mom who's like a mom and also who's a grandma doing something like that? Imagine that. Imagine your mom. Like, I feel like she does it just to get under her skin. At this point, it's a lot. And I feel so bad for Black China, because I see it a lot in the Black community, and a lot of parents, a lot of moms don't see that. They see that, oh, well, my daughter, who is younger than me, who is probably more beautiful than me, she's getting all the things that I never got because I stopped my life. But who told you to be pregnant at a young age? Who told you to have a child? You didn't have to have a child. And now that you do have one, let that child have the opportunity to have their own life, you know, and enjoy their own life. You don't have to try to bash them every single minute in any interview that you're doing, because no child asked to be here. You have them. You decide to lay down with the man and not use protection and have children, so you should at least give them a chance at life. I feel so bad for Black China, and she's so beautiful. You can tell that she's really trying. Like, I don't think she wants to always be fighting with her mom, but I think her mom wants to fight with her. I think her mom has a jealous. She's jealous of her own daughter. She wants to lay down with the same men that her daughter laid down with. That's sick. It's giving sickness. It's giving disease. It's giving. No, it's too much. We need to stop. We definitely need to stop, guys. It's too much. Anyway, so see you guys later.